Hey guys, welcome back to your women's gear review channel, and today we are reviewing the Pakt Stash Packable Backpack. In this review we will of course have got you covered. We're going to go through the summary, we'll go through the features, we'll pack it out so we can get into it. We'll do a wee fit check, comfortability test, airline test, water test, and then run through some pros and cons. And of course, as always, if there is anything that we have missed you would like to know, then just pop us a comment below. We'll be sure to get back to you. Okay, let's get cracking on with the summary. So this is priced at £72. You got 43 by 26 by 12 in centimeters, a 16 litre and a starting weight, very lightweight, of 0.8 pounds. Then you can fit up to a 16-inch laptop. We will be getting into the measurements as well, but you can also fit in a hydration reservoir bladder. So the colors that it comes in is the summer that I have here. You can also get it in the cypress and the, which I was calling the Mojave, which is absolutely not it. Mojave, close enough, and also the black. In terms of the shape and style, it is a self-packable backpack, so it is very flexible. It's actually quite stylish. They've still implemented comfort and fun features, even though it is self-packable. I took this away with me to Ireland and then to Rome. I used it as my only kind of personal item. I packed it all into this and it was absolutely fantastic. Really flexible and really easy to use for those kind of budget friendly airlines as well. Like I always say that when I do like airline tests and things like over on the channel, such as like the roundups, is that go for a flexible bag, because that way you can shove it into smaller spaces if you need to. The style of it obviously comes in some gorgeous colors. This is stunning, this color, absolutely love it. And it's really lightweight, really easy to use, really easy to kind of pack down, chuck it into a bigger backpack, use this as your kind of day pack. Lovely. Pakt to offer lifetime warranty, international shipping and returns. If you are interested in all things gear related, then I highly recommend signing up to Size Matters, my email community. All you're going to do is click the link below and sign up today, and you might get a cheeky wee response back. Okay, let's get cracking on with the features. So starting off with the branding, you'll just find a little bit, you can barely see it, it's just embedded here on the front, and that's pretty much it until you can kind of see it here on the back. So starting off externally, as you can see, we don't have any water bottle compartments or anything on the outside, but what you do have is 1, 2, 3, 4 loopholes. So if you have external straps or anything that you want to attach to this bag, then you can add to it, which is super handy if you are thinking about taking it on an adventure. You can tie through your sleeping bag, tie through an extra jacket, poles, whatever you need, you can kind of get them through here, which is handy enough. Or if you have your own carbina as well. Then at the bottom it also has a little loop, which is handy enough for your bike light. So between those on the external there, then you go up here and you've got just a wee tiny little handle. Remember, this is all going to be self-packable, so quite minimal in its design so that you can compress it right in. You'll find it on both sides. You're going to have external loopholes as well. Again, if you do want to add to this bag, then you have the option to do so. I didn't find that I needed to do anything like that, but it comes in handy if you are using it as a wee hiking bag. I realise when I say bag, people think I'm saying bike, which auto changes it to whenever you do like captions and stuff. I'm trying to say bag, so hopefully that translates. The zips themselves aren't coated, but I did have it out and about in the rain in Ireland and things like that, and they did absolutely grand. The only thing to kind of note here is, I don't know if you can see it, excuse that one that's already opened, but they're not kind of coming to a close together, if that makes sense. So you do actually have to be fairly careful when it is heavy torrential rain, so just something to be aware of. Also, if you have your own little lock, you could definitely lock these yourself, but otherwise you just got the little custom pillars. But as mentioned, there is like a little gap in between, so just something to note and be careful if you do get caught in a downpour. Sorry, this is where I interrupt and just say, if you do happen to have a wee gander on the website of the products we are reviewing, then we would be so grateful if you could use our links below. This is no extra cost to you and it just helps us as a team and growing our channel. What's that? Oh, you would like me to introduce you to the team so you can see who you're helping out? No bother, let's go. First up, we have our editor, Orla, our outreach manager, Orla. Oh, there is our script writer, she's shy. She's called Orla. Then we have this sexy lady for thumbnails. The main star of our reviews is the reviewer herself, Orla. And last but not least, the woman who does it all. Her name is kind of like Lorla, but it's Orla. So don't forget to click that first link to purchase your item. This one here is covered by a flap, so it's kind of discreet a little bit. Starting off with this front pocket here, little custom pillar. Inside you'll find this is where you can start your kind of self-packable mode, which I'll do in a wee second. But if you are using this pocket, then you've got plenty of space there. I'm going to head and speed this up. I'm sure there's a more delicate way of doing it and a more handier way of doing it. I would definitely recommend checking out their website, because I'm sure they do it 10 times lovelier than what I'm about to do. So I'm going to speed it up. As you can see, that's kind of how it looks. Got a little lip here at the top, handy enough to just kind of pack away. As you can see, we're going to start open up again, show you, and the minimal kind of crease on it as well, so it kind of just smooths out itself. So that's where you can kind of self-pack it if you wish, plop it in your backpack or your other backpack or in your luggage, and then use this for an adventure. Covering that, going into this one here, little custom pillar, a two-way zip, opens up with two little gusts on the side. I found this really handy. There was moments where I needed to place my camera in, the big one, the big Canon here, into this space. It's definitely not padded enough, so it's something that if you have camera gear, it's not going to fit in with ease. But it was just for keeping my hands free for literally a couple of seconds, and it was able to kind of fit in there because of the gusts and having a little bit more of a flexibility there. But I wouldn't recommend it, obviously, because it's not padded. But for a split second, grand. My hair's in there. Easy clean kind of style material. Then you've got a wee pocket here, which is super duper handy, I found, for just placing in your keys, because you got your key tether in there. You can undo this and place it in the front if you wish, depending on where you fancy. I just kept it in there. Little clickable close, like so. Really easy clean material. Found that really handy to keep my purse and everything in there. It's just something to note though, which I'll get into, or I can just speak about it now, is that anti-theft wise, it wasn't the securest. I would definitely recommend kind of getting your own little lock and locking those up if you can. Then the back zip here, two double way, like so. And then inside is just space that you've got. Then you've got a sleeve, and that'll click through your hydration through the back. You can feed it through into the straps if you wish, or you can fit a laptop in there. I'm going to give you a wee measurement in a second, but really easy clean kind of style material. Packing this up was super duper easy just because of the flexibility. I really wanted to max it out. I'm by no means a minimal packer, so being able to just shove everything in was pretty easy. Okay, obviously you've got that curve. It does run up to 17 inches, but the curve itself, let me show you, give yourself about 15 maybe. Show you in a second. Then across, just past 10, about 10 and a half barely. I've got the 15 inch here, just to show you. This is the 15 inch MacBook Pro. Obviously you kind of have to like curve this around. I would definitely recommend, if you are thinking about putting a laptop in here, I didn't bring my laptop away with me, but if you are, then I would definitely pad that up, because you don't have a lot of pad in here. Where you do have a false bottom for the kind of laptop, do you? Well, it kind of, yeah, it kind of stops, but it's just something to be aware of, is that you would I would definitely pad that up just for added protection. If you do use that, or you can use your hydration bladder. Closing this, going into the back system, which is a really nice touch for a self-packable backpack. I like that the efforts have still been made to add a little bit of comfort onto this backpack. The straps themselves have sufficient padding, again, for being self-packable. You've also got a sternum strap with really nice hardware. You can maneuver that up and down the daisy chain and find your own kind of fit and style. Behind here you've got one 2 lip holes if you are feeding through your hydration pack, or if you want to attach onto the straps, then you can do so. The sternum strap itself is a wee clickable close. You've got a wee dangle stopper. Just attention to detail I love that we've got here. On the straps themselves, adjustable, fairly adjustable. We'll get more into that in the fit check. And then on the back here, just bearing in mind it's still self-packable. We want something that's flexible, but they've added padding. Okay, so still really nice and comfortable on the back. It's not overly padded, but padded enough that you don't feel your laptop as much as you would probably expect for a self-packable backpack. So that's a nice added touch there. So let's go ahead and pack her on up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop up the packing that I did for Rome. If you want to check that out as well, I did a full kind of packing video for packing for a personal item that ruffles some feathers because I wasn't using packing cubes, but it's not something I would use for a personal item. I found that I can shove more clothes in. I'm, as mentioned, definitely not a minimal packer. So I completely understand if you do want to use packing cubes, then by all means you can get away with doing that. But I just prefer to not. So for this then, I'll just show you little bits and pieces that you can get into if you are packing it up just for a day. 15-inch laptop charger, makeup bag. I'm going to show you some shoes in there because it might be helpful. These are women's size UK 6 shoes. Just to show you. I'll actually keep them in there. Makeup bag, book, headphones. If you want to know, I'm just going to remove this shoe for a wee second. We've got a 750ml. Because there is no water bottle compartment on the side, you could definitely fit one in there, but you might have to compromise if you're putting a pair of shoes in there. I'll just take these out for a second. Show you that. Maybe you want your headphones down there. You want to leave the top space for a cheeky hoodie. You can do that. You can definitely pack it out a bit more. Nintendo DS, my phone in there, keys, purse, AirPods, charger, tissues, and spray. All of that by 3K. Okay, time for a wee fit check, comfortability, to see how this feels and fits on the female body. Comfort wise, for a self-packable, I have found no issues having this on my back. Even when it was, very, very hot in Rome, it's fairly lightweight. I think I would have sweat regardless. So that just helps keeping something so light on my back. Comfort wise, the straps and everything, it is what it is. The fact that they've implemented a sternum strap, I'm very grateful for. So yeah, I can't really complain in that aspect. I definitely think it is very, very comfortable for what it is. Did I say I'm 5'6"? So for a wee airline test, this is the replica of EasyJet behind me. I have used it for Ryanair and Aer Lingus, so we know that it fits into those smaller spaces as well. But just to give you a little bit of a reference and a base start, let's plop her on into EasyJet. Lovely. For a water test, for a light drizzle, this is absolutely fine. As long as you're running for shelter, you'll be grand. Things to know, as mentioned, is that there is gaps in the zips, so that's just something to be aware of. I would definitely be maneuvering your zips down to the side if you can, and just being aware of that. If you are caught in a heavy, heavy downpour, you won't be fully protected here. Okay, time for some pros and cons. Pro number one is definitely that it fits in for those budget-friendly airlines. So for a personal item, if you want to take it away and you want to stick to being compressed minimal, then you can go ahead and do that. It's also comfortable and lightweight, and it has lovely colors, and it's great for travel and outdoor activities as well. Some things to know is that it doesn't have a side water bottle compartment, which I definitely missed. Although you can fit it into the main compartment, I really do like my water bottle on the side. Although it's sitting up by itself right now, depending on the weight distribution and what you have in there, it can flop forward. And something to be aware of with this color, it doesn't mark easily. Whilst it is still quite easy to wipe down and get off the dirt, it does take bit more effort to kind of maintain. Another thing to know is the front pocket. When you start really maxing out the main compartment, that Comes in a little bit tight. Do let me know below your pros and cons, what works for you, what doesn't, what you like, what you don't like, all that fun stuff below. I love to know. So that is the end of our review. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then why not consider joining the channel and hitting that subscribe button. If you do happen to have a wee gander over on the Pakt website and you're thinking about purchasing this bag or any of their other products, I have reviewed their tote, their sling, their backpacks on the channel. Just type in Pakt and they will all come up. If you do think, oh, that's a bit of me, I'm going to go ahead and get that, and then please do use our links below. I would be forever grateful. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.